My name is Kathy Baruce, and I'm the Vice President of Member Care at Go2Nations. I head up the Division of Member Care, and I love that because our missionaries are our most important asset that we have as an agency. And so our division focuses on their well-being. I love being able to do that, especially since I was a missionary on the field and many times needed that kind of care. I'm delighted to be able to offer that to our missionaries. What is member care? Member care is the way that an agency, in particular a missions agency, cares for their members, especially their members who live overseas, away from their passport culture. Go2Nations member care focuses on helping our missionaries to thrive in different areas of their lives, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, so that they can fulfill the Great Commission. I began in member care back in 2015 after being a missionary who had been deported twice from the same country, and knowing what the experiences of a missionary are, being separated from your family and friends, and all of the loss and the griefs and the stresses that you experience as a missionary. I knew that member care was so vital for the health and well-being of a missionary. When we came back in 2002 from being deported, nobody knew how to help us. They did the best they could, but it wasn't enough. And it affected our family for years and years. So when we were deported in 2015 from the same country, we knew that we needed something more. And we saw the value of getting the help that a family needs. One of the powerful things that we have done in Go2Nations member care is to create something called an advocacy program. It matches an experienced missionary with a newer missionary so they can have somebody walking along with them as a friend. The advocate will call the missionary and just to check in, see how they're doing, either monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly. It gives them opportunity to pray for them, to see how they're doing, how's their family doing, how they're doing physically, how are they doing emotionally, and if they need prayer and encouragement. And it's been a tremendous blessing to our missionaries to know that there's somebody from Go2Nations who cares about them enough to check on them personally every month. Global prayer is connecting intercessors with our missionaries who are on the field. So when a need comes up, when there's a crisis or an emergency or a great need or a challenge that they're walking through, or maybe they just need wisdom, they need a word from God. Deborah Barnes, who heads up Global Prayer, will pray over that to get a word from the Lord, and then she'll send it out to all of the intercessors who are connected with it, and they will get on it and pray for the missionary. And as a missionary who was on the field for a time, there were many times when I reached out to Deborah and got the exact word that I needed from God. It's a tremendous blessing to our missionaries, and they feel really encouraged and strengthened and supported by it. What is debriefing? Debriefing is an opportunity for a missionary to take the time and space they need to unpack what they've been carrying as a result of their last season on the mission field. It allows them to see what God has done, what challenges and victories they've had, what they might be carrying that's like a suitcase or baggage that they're carrying behind that they have no idea that they're carrying. It allows them to look at it, to receive healing, so that they're able to then to step into the next phase, light and ready to go with where God has called them. We at Go2Nations take the health of our missionaries very seriously. So we want them to take a rest every 7 to 9 years for 3 to 6 months under a guided process where they're walking through different phases so that they can completely rest, replenish, recharge, and be reignited so that they can fulfill their calling and purpose in the Great Commission. One of the great benefits that we have seen at Go To Nations from providing member care to our missionaries is that they have expressed how much they feel supported, seen, heard, and validated. By giving them the time and the attention and the resources that they need, our missionaries are saying that they are thriving, that they're strengthened, that they're actually able to then step into the next of where God is sending them. So we are encouraged as a team by what we are hearing from our missionaries. We love our missionaries.